Hi, welcome to the Brazil American Regenerative Medical Society series of natural health lectures. My name is Paul Tai, and I am the professor today that will be discussing with you one of the latest discoveries that I think is going to change our lives. This is a secret that is well hidden through literally thousands of years. Now, everyone in America and everyone now in a modern society wants to talk about what is the latest discovery. Oh, what is coming out of your universities? Well, unfortunately, I am going to talk to you about a well-hidden secret that has been around for, yes, 5,000 years. We, as a modern society, suffers from tremendous amount of problems. Our health problems are overwhelming when it comes to our fatigue. And we are seeing now young people. We are seeing now college students. We are seeing now older. All of our patients are sharing with us the one area that they speak of more than any, and that is, Doctor, I am tired. I am so fatigued. I can't do my homework. I cannot pay attention in my lectures. I am not willing to work extra time. I am not being able to do my professional work well. And that is because of one very important area of our health that is just about epidemic, and that is chronic adrenal fatigue. One of the other areas that you can see that, and you can see it in the way our body reacts, and that is to the immune system. You see, many of us don't realize that we are starting to have colds every year. And some people actually have colds and sore throats, and they get flus 2 or 3 times a year. And I'll tell you that, in fact, you are not supposed to have a cold probably but once every 5-7 years. I haven't had a cold now for over 7 years. And I will tell you that it's because most of us with the chronic adrenal fatigue also has something that is destroying our ability to fight these colds. And that is our immune system. That is a natural protection of our human body. All the white blood cells moving around very actively, looking for viruses, looking for bacteria. And they are also causing digestive problems. They are causing us to have skin problems. They are causing us to have ear problems. They are causing us to have swallowing problems with our gums, with our mouth. And they interfere with the endurance, with our stamina, because our blood cells that give us all of the protection is now much underneath, causing problems with the loss of the white blood cells, the T cells, the natural killer cells, and yes, also the oxygen and the hemoglobin that is carrying the nutrients from the blood cells throughout our body. And that's the problem, is that many people tell me, oh, I want to detox my liver. Well, why do you want to detox your liver? Is your liver sludged? Is your liver full of toxins? Is your liver not keeping up with your body? But why? Why is your liver not keeping up? Why is your liver toxic? Because you see, the truth is, the liver is one of the most efficient organs in the human body. And it normally would be detoxing itself. And whenever I hear people tell me, oh, I want to detox my liver, it's kind of like you trying to strip out all of the natural things that the liver would have and in order to remove the toxins. But how do you remove the toxins without causing any damage to the liver itself? The Chinese would never talk the ancient medicine of natural medicine in Asia, China, Japan, in India. We never talks about detoxing the liver. We talk about rejuvenating the liver. We talk about getting the liver to function better so that it detoxes itself. But we don't go and detox the liver. And one of the things that I'm going to share with you, the beauty of the power in this lecture, is that you will discover you don't have to detox the liver. You don't have to detox your immune system. You don't have to detox your blood cells. You have to rejuvenate it. Because when you rejuvenate it, when you get all of that power back again, you will again have the fitness, the health in your in bringing your body to function sexually, endocrinologically, your immune systems, your adrenal systems, all of them working again to its best, rejuvenating its ability to do that. And all of that, the latest thing, is not something that was discovered in the laboratory in some grand university last week. No, it has been around for around 5,000 years. Yes, the Chinese emperors have used this particular technique for over 5,000 years, and it's natural. It comes from a small, tiny little mushroom that grows in the Himalayas over 11,000 feet to the 20,000 feet high, way up there in the mountains, in Tibet, in the Nepal area. And I'll tell you that this is such an incredible mushroom that it only lives 5 days. 5 days a year. That's right. If you miss the harvest, only 5 days in a year, you will never be able to harvest again for that year. So that is why it is so important, and that is why we have kept it in our hearts. In the Chinese medicine, I have actually written a book. It is called The Cordyceps Miracle. And guess what? It is my first book. Yes, I have 14 books today. We have now published books all over the world. We have published about plastic surgery. We have published about the health and well-being for all of the different diseases. But this is my firstborn. It is called the Cordyceps Miracle, because this mushroom that I'm going to talk to you about, it's called the cordyceps. And cordyceps is known by the Chinese grand masters, by the healers, as a life extender. A life extender in the old Chinese medicine is the first anti-aging natural herb ever in the history of mankind. And cordyceps, well published in a medical journal. And from this book, I can tell you the first half of it, it's all about how did the cordyceps was discovered, but also about the emperors and what did they say about it, and all about the different kind of clinical use, the fatigue, the concentration, the depression, the menopause, the emphysema, all of the problems from diabetes, how to rejuvenate your heart, how to rejuvenate your vascular, how to help with all of the kidney disorders and rejuvenate kidney and cancer, protection of cancer, leukemia. But most importantly, I want you to know, athletic performance has been a major key to bring cordyceps to the West. Before the China participation to the Olympiads, nobody ever heard of cordyceps. But it was because finally, the little Chinese girls that beat those giant Russians, those tall Germans in running and actually break the Olympic records. These tiny little girls with these little short legs was able to actually compete. They were asked by the whole entire media, all of the sports medical experts, to the coach and said, what? Coach, what did you give them? How did you train them to do this feat that is practically impossible? And he said, we take cordyceps. It increases our cellular energy. So athletic performance, everything is in here. But most importantly, the second half of the book is about all the medical journals. So you don't have to go to the library. You don't have to go to the internet and do the searches, of which is 90% are garbage, because it's garbage in and garbage out. Everybody wants to sell you something, tries to act like they are experts at something, and they are not experts at anything. They are expert at taking your money. So what I wanted you to know is the British Journal of Nutrition, the Chinese medical journals, the molecular biology, the Journal of Laboratory Clinical Medicine, the biochemistry genetics, the biology of pharmacology bulletins, the phytochemistry medical journal, Japan Journal of Pharmacology, Journal of Alternative Complementary Medicine with professors from Stanford University. All of it is in this book. And I will tell you that we will make it special with major discounts for anyone that calls after listening to this lecture. And if you want to know about this particular incredible natural herb, it's a mushroom, please call and get this book that I am making available to all of you. But most importantly, I want you to know that this mushroom is a miracle. But before I get into it, I want to caution you. I want to bring a caution first, because you see, most Americans are really, really not very interested in the medical and the scientific aspect of it. They just want to go out there, buy whatever it is that the internet trying to sell them, buy whatever it is that the stores want to sell them. And so they buy cordyceps and they take this mushroom, like all mushrooms. And I want to not make any one of you mad at me, because I know that many of you think of yourself as doing the right thing and think of yourself as very knowledgeable, even doctors that I speak with. And they always say, oh, but I take this kind of mushroom, I take chaga mushroom, I take reishi mushroom, and I take so many different kinds of mushroom pills and all these things. And I will tell you that the one thing that you must learn about all mushroom is that we humans cannot digest mushrooms. I know this comes as a real revelation to many doctors and to many people who are taking mushrooms. And they say, you mean that we cannot absorb mushrooms? What are you talking about? Are you crazy? No, I'm not crazy. I just want you to know that mushrooms are all made from wood. That's right. Mushroom grows on the bottom of major trees is because they are made from wood. The cellular material of mushrooms are all woodsy. They are all fibers of wood. And humans cannot digest wood. Unless you're a cow, and I don't know about it, you are eating all of these mushrooms and you're taking pills of powder mushrooms, and they are basically swallowing wood powder. You are eating sawdust, and you cannot get anything from those mushrooms that you are eating. You must extract it because all the goodies are inside the cells. They are not outside the cells, none of it. All inside the cells. And in order for you to actually absorb what's inside the cells, you must break down the cellular material, which is a chitin, which is wood. So I want to tell you that we Chinese never eat mushroom powder. We just do not. All of our mushrooms are steamed, cooked, and we extract it. And we drink the soup from the mushroom. Yes, we eat mushrooms for the taste and for the fiber. And yes, you should eat those, but not because the mushroom itself can be digested by us. So cordyceps that I make, and there are many different reasons that are different. And the one reason that I teach you is that our cordyceps and our reishi are all made with an extract. This cordyceps that I have made is water-soluble extracts. And these cordyceps changes radically. It is the most incredible power that it has in your cell, incredible power in your immune system. It actually takes your cellular material. It increases the energy inside the cell by over 30%. No known vitamin can do this. This is truly incredible. And the reason that the coaches and the athletes take the cordyceps is because not only is the cellular energy improved, but also is the increase in the absorption of oxygen. You know that one of the most important aspects of an athlete is the ability to oxygenate. That's why they call all of these exercises aerobic exercise. Aerobic, because the word aerobic means air. Air is oxygen. And air is what you want when you go through your lungs, and it creates the tremendous ability to take that oxygen into all of the different areas, into your muscle, into your tendon, into your brain. So here it is in the Journal of Alternative Complementary Medicine. It's showing you how it increases the cellular energy so that you feel so much more alive, and increasing the oxygenation so that there is less fermentation, there is less acid, there is less acidity in your tissue so that there is less cancer in the tissue. There is more oxygen. Only through oxygen can you stop the fermentation and the acidity in your tissue. You cannot drink oxygen because oxygen doesn't absorb through your stomach. You cannot take and breathe oxygen, increasing your ability to absorb it. No, the absorption of oxygen is a function of your red blood cells. It's a function of your the heme. It is called the hematocrit because it is called the hemoglobin because of the heme. The heme is that portion of your red blood cells that actually grabs the oxygen and actually takes it to your tissue, takes it to your heart, takes it to your brain. So the Journal of Chinese Traditional Medicine and was able to actually show you, Dr. Cao, and Dr. Wen together in the Journal of Applied Traditional Chinese Medicine showed that people who were taking these cordyceps was drinking it, but in this case, we actually make it in a capsule that is already water soluble for you, remove 92% of the fatigue of most of the older patients. It removed their feelingness of coldness. It removed their dizziness by 89%. Can you imagine being able to remove fatigue by 92%? Is that the most incredible? And for those that were smokers, that wants to clean up their lung, and I used to be a smoker when I was young. As a child, I wanted to be cool. Well, I was ugly as hell, but so when you are ugly as hell, you try to do anything that you can in order to be cool, right? And how to be cool? Well, I watched the movies, and everybody in the movie that was cool was smoking. So I thought that I'm going to try smoking. Let me see if I can get more girls if I was smoking. Well, I didn't. They used to think that I stunk. I was not only ugly, but I was also stinky. And that didn't help at all. But you know what? This is incredible. So in order to clean up my lungs, I took cordyceps that improved over 40% of all chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases. The Journal of Administrative Traditional Chinese Medicine published it that we improved COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, by 40% if you take cordyceps daily. You know, for people who are on dialysis, Dr. Zheng and Dr. Gao actually was able to show people with chronic kidney diseases, you don't have to detox your kidney. You don't have to go detox your liver. All you have to do is regenerate it. You have to make it better so that it detoxes itself. There is no way that you would know what to detox. You cannot strip it away, because if you're stripping away, you may be stripping all the goodness from it. So you want to regenerate, you want to rejuvenate, and that is what they took patients on chronic kidney diseases and improved it by 51%. So what I want you to understand is the importance of cordyceps. But you know what? I am the only one in the world that has cordyceps sinensis, which is what everybody buys, the powder that you are eating. That is basically a wood. You're eating sawdust. And so I will tell you to make sure that's an extract. And then I'm the only one that has Cordyceps militaris. And I brought you Cordyceps ophioglossoides. And the reason that you don't know about it is because, yes, they are not available in the market. But if you read this book, you can see all of those medical journals that I have just told you about. The Cordyceps is in here. Yes, and they will tell you that ophioglossoides work on certain aspect of your blood, and militaris works in a certain aspect of protecting you from cancer. Together with Nodo ginseng, which is the Russian ginseng. It's not the Chinese ginseng. Nodo ginseng is a special kind of ginseng that grows in Russia. And so Nodo ginseng, epimedium, they are all together in order to make it water soluble. These are extracts. They are not sawdust. And I wanted to share with you, and I called it performance, because in the beginning, everybody wanted this because athletes, and I took care of a lot of professional athletes, professional multi-million-dollar contracts athletes came to me. And they were basketball, they were tennis players, they were swimmers. And I tell you what, they love this max performance. And so I called it performance because it regenerates and rejuvenates and giving you that power that is incredible. These little secrets, yes, it doesn't come from the laboratory of today. It doesn't make the 6 o'clock news. But I will tell you, there is nothing like the time-tested billions and billions of people taking this and knowing that it works and seeing the difference within only a week. I will tell you that as an old man, I have taken this and it has helped me to ward off all of the colds, to make me young again, to actually know that my adrenal is working again. My blood is reinforced, reinvigorated. My kidney and my liver never detoxed always rejuvenated. And I hope this will be of great help, not only to you, but I hope that you can extend this, most importantly, to your friends, to your daughter, to your wife, to your husband, but maybe to your mother and father or grandpa really could use this. Because I'll tell you, this is a secret that came back to us 5,000 years ago, a gift from the old emperors of China. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next time that you come to see this series from Brazil American Regenerative Medical Society, this is Dr. Tai saying goodbye and good health.